The rumour mill has been running wild for this one. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are no more. The pop sensation and the Game of Thrones legend are heading for divorce. They've confirmed it. It's official. The internet's talking about it, and so are we. I make commentary videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's do this. So I have to say the news has come as a bit of a shock. I didn't see it coming, but if you actually look at all the clues leading up to this, it kind of makes sense. The couple started dating in 2016. They're married. They got married in 2019. They've got 2 kids together, 2 daughters. He's the purity ring wearing Jonas brother, and she is the wild child, the rebel. And everyone on the internet has got mixed opinions about this. You know, who's to blame? People are picking sides at the moment. There's different reports in the media. Sophie Turner has actually put out a statement. In fact, both of them have put out a joint statement saying, after 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children. The cracks began to show when the couple put up the mansion that they once brought together up for sale. Joe Jonas has also been speaking to a divorce lawyer. When I first heard about these 2 even being together, it was a bit of a surprise because they are from 2 very different worlds. Sophie Turner has rose to fame with her Game of Thrones character, whereas Joe Jonas he's experienced fame for many years as a teenager with the Jonas Brothers, and so he's been used to it, whereas they've had 2 very different lifestyles. Both of them at very different stages in their life, both different ages as well. Being the younger one, Sophie probably had more to get out of her system. I think when you tend to grow out of things around 25, 26 years old, she's probably still got a bit more living to do, whereas Joe Jonas has experienced all of it. There's been reports about how he's been having to look after the children in America while she's over here in the UK working on a few projects. And I think it's been for a while. It's been about 6 months at a time where he's been looking after the children by himself. I mean, when I say looking after, they've probably got nannies to look after them and all that kind of stuff. But it's sort of caused tension between them both. It's been a sort of a long distance relationship for the pair. So over time, I feel like there was probably an element of her feeling trapped and feeling like she is Joe Jonas's wife. So she's almost an extension of him rather than her own artist in her own right and, you know, a star in her own right. There's reports out there about Sophie's partying, whether that's put a strain on their marriage. Joe has also been spotted not wearing his wedding ring a few times. He's been missing concerts. There's also little explanation as to which projects Sophie Turner's been working on, because it's not really been heavily reported as to what they are either. But the couple have been taking a lot of time away from each other, and clearly that's put a strain on their marriage. You could argue that they come from very different worlds, and their upbringing and just their lifestyle is very different. Joe Jonas is more of an introvert, whereas Sophie Turner is a bit more of an extrovert. And so he's at home having to look after the kids, but at the same time, they're his own kids, you know, he's not looking after anyone else's kids. There's also a report that Joe hasn't posted Sophie on his Instagram since March this year. They've not had a couple pictures together. Sophie has also been missing from his 34th birthday party, which happened earlier this year. Sophie Turner, although young at the time when she got with him and she had all her Game of Thrones fame, hasn't truly experienced the levels that Joe Jonas has in his career. Obviously, a lot of that will come over time. She's almost elevated from this one character, whereas Joe Jonas has had a stable career throughout. And so there are very different stages in their life. People are sitting on different sides of the fence when it comes to these 2. You could argue that on one hand, that Joe Jonas is only looking after his own children as a man. He should be stepping up and looking after his kids. If the wife has to work away, then he should be doing that. On the other side of the spectrum, you could argue that Sophie's partying days should be over by now. She should have got it out of her system. Whatever way you want to look at it. It is extremely sad news. It's quite tragic. Sad to hear, you know, anyone breaking up, anyone going through a relationship struggle like that. It's sad to hear. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel because I make commentary videos on things like pop culture and news and all sorts. So subscribe to the channel for that, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.